All righty, we are officially live. At least it says that we are. And well, I've got some really cool stuff that I want to share with you. We've been testing over here a little bit, and well, things are going really, really well. And I've got some really cool things to share. But I also wanted to know if any of you, if you're here live or if you're on the replay, you can still put it in the comments. If you would like us to look at your channel while we're here live, we can do that. All you need to do is just let us know in the comments or drop your link to your channel in the comments, and we could have a glance at it. So we could totally do that. Let me know in the comments too if this is your first live stream with us, and that way there we can say hello. We've also got a big announcement which we made last live stream, but we are actually going to be talking a little bit more about this big announcement that we're going to be doing, which is going to be a lot of fun. So with that all being said, what I want to share with you guys here today is there was two special magical words that I used recently, and my views went up by a lot. And I'm going to share with you exactly what those two words were. And actually, if you guys have downloaded our hooks guide, I actually have those two words in that guide. If you guys want the guide, by the way, it's a swipe file of 10 hooks that we have used in the past, and it's on my bigger channel that I've been testing a lot of things. And if you guys don't know, I have a bigger channel, and I'll show you guys that here shortly. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers. This channel right here, Live Video School, is really a place that we are reporting on what we're doing, but also things that I have been learning over the last 15 years. Some of you know I've built a few channels, but my very first channel had about 16,000 subscribers, but was able to do six figures for multiple years in a row. And then I have another channel, which we're building right now, but I've been building that for the last 8 or 9 years, and that's done seven figures, multiple seven figures. So the reason why I'm saying that is because the things that we're testing are over on a bigger channel, but also now we're bringing them over to this channel. So it's kind of cool because we get to test what's working over there, and then we get to kind of bring it over here and test it. So in the comments real quick, if you're here watching live, do you have any idea of what those words might be? Or maybe one of those words might be? Let's have a little fun here. Why don't you guys in the comments, let me know what might that word be or those words be? And I'm just curious if any of you will have a close guess. And I'll share it here with you guys here in a second. Let's see. Glad to be back on another live. We'll be listening to you guys while working here. Okay, cool. So you're working away over there. That's cool. What are you working on, by the way? Or are you at work? Are you at the job? Just curious. All right. Doesn't look like we've got anybody that's made a comment in here, although we do have people watching here live. So I guess I'll just give you the two words. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to share with you what these two words are. Also, by the way, I'm not sure where Scotty is. He's supposed to be joining me today, and he might have got hung up in traffic. I don't know. He does have a job. He's a physical education teacher, so maybe he got caught up at maybe school. I don't know. He never messaged me, but I'm just going to assume that when he's available, he'll jump in with us. All right. So let me go ahead and let me just do it. There they are. There's the two magic words: breaking news. Now, you may be saying to yourself, well, Scott, my niche, or how do I incorporate breaking news into something that I could put into my title? And I'm here to tell you that almost every single niche you can do this. And I'm going to give you some examples. I'm also going to share with you some ways that you could basically take what I used and just kind of rearrange some things. So hang with me here. All right. Let me show you this though. Okay. This is the cool thing. This was my most recent video that I did that I used the breaking news. Okay. Now this here is on my other channel. Like I said, Brand Creators. This one here, we publish 5 times a week. We do one live stream like we're doing here right now. We do one live stream every single week. But this here was something that I tested. This is probably my 4th time testing, putting breaking news in there. And let me just tell you, this did phenomenal. All right. So the title was Breaking News: Etsy is changing SEO forever with new updates. So again, breaking news in your face, right? You want to know, everyone wants to know what breaking news is. And then from there, this niche is people that are trying to build a business in Etsy or that are currently building a business in Etsy. And so it pertains to them. The other thing is my thumbnail, Josh Silverman, he's the CEO of Etsy, and then he's got a couple of colleagues there. It looks like they're at a meeting. And so it kind of also drew in that interest. But let me show you some of the numbers here. All right. So here's the numbers. 13,600 views, 1,800 watch hours. And this was since August 19th. Okay. Right now we're at the 22nd. And I believe in the first 24 hours, we had about 11 or 12,000 views. Okay. 11 or 12,000 views right out of the gate. Okay. Which is really awesome because who doesn't want more views? All right. Now you can see here, we gained 65 subscribers. That's cool. And we made $125.12 on that post or on that video so far. All right. So that's one example. Now I've done this before. And the reason why I tested it again was because it worked, right? So let's go ahead and look at a couple examples here. All right. So here's the other one that I did. Breaking news. All right. And it says, I'd have to hover over top of that, but it's breaking news. And then it was like massive update from Josh Silverman, the CEO. Okay. And so this one here got 17,700 views, 7,000 watch hours. Now let that sink in for a minute. How many watch hours do we need to get monetized? 4. This video got over that. It almost got double that. All right. So when people are trying to get monetized, it really just takes one good video to take. And this video took, but it wasn't one of our best. All right. And it's earned so far $359.83 and gained 138 subscribers. So not too bad. Breaking news works really good. Okay. Now let's move on to another one. All right. This one here. Now in the thumbnail, I didn't put it, but I did put it in the title. Breaking news, Etsy opens the door to China. What's it mean for existing sellers? Now you might be saying, well, Scott, this has to do with Etsy. This could do with any, and you're going to see, I'm going to show you an example here. Any niche, any industry. Okay. You can use breaking news or just news or major update, anything like that. People want to know what has happened, what has changed, or what discovery has been made. All right. So this one here, 18,000 views, didn't get as much watch hours. Okay. 1,400, 61 subscribers. It was okay. And then $261.07 in revenue. Not too bad. All right. And then this one right here, and check that out. This one here was recent. I just posted this, and this was on an 8-minute video. Okay. And it got 11,100 views. The views were up 70% more than regular on this type of video, 544 watch hours, 47 subscribers, and $97.18. Okay. So what I want you to realize here is we're talking about the title. And yes, you can say the thumbnail, but the title is what's going to allow you to be displayed inside of the YouTube algorithm. All right. When you put news in there in the title, immediately the algorithm says, oh, this must be something current. We should show this. And then what it's going to do is it's going to look through the title and it's going to say, okay, what is this about? It's about Etsy. Let's show it to people that are interested in Etsy that have viewed other Etsy videos. So that's why whenever we're putting out content, we're dropping these seeds. We're dropping, these pieces of content that when people watch some of it, it doesn't even have to mean they have to watch all of it. When they watch some of it, they're now going to get shown this stuff in their feed. All right. So yes. So anyway, so that's the one I wanted to share with you right there. Okay. And then, so I wanted to share inside of the swipe file that I prepared and I've already given out to a bunch of people. This was the 10th one that I shared in there. There's 10 total. I wanted to show you some of these examples. And by the way, if you want this, I actually have it over here because I was doing a video the other day, the swipe file right here. and it's got 10 different ones. They're all in here. All right. If you want that, just put hooks in the comments and I'll make sure that we get you a copy of that. All right. Just put hooks in the comments and we'll make sure that we get you a copy of this right here. So here's the cool thing. Let's take a look at this. If we look at the one that I just showed you, or one of the ones that I have shown you, this is another one that I have used. Breaking news, Etsy reveals new AI bot seller suspensions. Okay. So there's a lot going on in that title. Let's kind of break it down. So I've broken it down here in this template where it's breaking news and then the niche or the platform. So you can see it there in red. Okay. So in this case, it's Etsy, and then reveals new. Okay. And then it's good or bad, update, feature, whatever, fill in the blank. So let me give you an example of how this would look. Breaking news, vegan diet forum reveals new protein source. So what's happening here is someone belongs to a forum about vegan diet, and someone had mentioned this new type of protein source. So you, someone that has been in that forum, can now report on that because you're like a reporter. So there's your breaking news. You see how you can kind of tap into that without it being like it was on CNBC or something. The next one I want to share with you is breaking news. Bass Fisherman Group reveals new rubber worm experiment. Well, the Bass Fisherman Group could be a Facebook group. All right. So breaking news, you're in a group. Now they've revealed this new rubber worm experiment. So if someone was to take 3 worms and go, hey, I got a purple one, a yellow one, and a red one, and I tested all of these, let's see what one, or, which one did better. And now what you're going to do is you're going to report on that and say, wow, who would have known that the dark red one performed better than the bright yellow one? Okay. And then the other one I have in here is breaking news. Beachbody reveals new strength training exercise to avoid, right? So maybe they have on their blog, or maybe they had something that they put out as a little bit of a update or a newsletter. And you're like, okay, cool. I'm going to share that with people because that is something that is new to the fitness community, right? So it's breaking news. All right. So that's what I wanted to share with you there. If you want a copy of this, like I said, just put hooks in the comments and we'll make sure that we get you a copy of that. All right. Now, let me go over to my screen here. I want to share my screen. And there we are. Okay. So now we're kind of live inside of the dashboard. So what I wanted to share here is get a little bit more granular. And if this will let me move this over, there we go. And you can see right now in the last 48 hours, this video has still gotten 3,330 views. All right. So once again, remember, one piece of content could take your channel from barely getting any views to getting a whole bunch of views, or just enough views to start seeing growth. All right. And you can see the other thing I want to show here is down in the traffic sources, you can see where it says browse features. 51.7% came from browse. Suggested videos, 21.8. We love when we see browse and suggested. Search is great. Like you're getting 11% in search. That's good. I like that because that's more long-term. But this browse and suggested, think about it like a news feed. When you go into your phone, okay, primarily we're looking at this on our phone. But if we're on our phone, we go into YouTube, we hit the app, we're going to start getting fed with things that we're interested in. Okay. That's where the browse and the suggested is really, really powerful. So if we get people to click on our video and watch a little bit of our video, it signals to the algorithm that we are relevant to what they're interested in. Okay. Now that doesn't mean that's a long-term play. It can be, but the YouTube search is more of the long-term play. Now, if you see down here notifications, that's only 3.5%. So of your subscribers, okay, if you're watching this and you're a subscriber, only 3.5%, okay, actually saw the notification and clicked on the notification. And then it says other YouTube features. Okay. Now this one here was 3.6 times higher than usual. So it wasn't too much, but it was up there. And so you can see here though, look at 13,600, 9,800 more than usual. And then 1.8, so 1,800 and 125 in revenue. Let me go to another one here. And then this is the other one that I was sharing just a minute ago. That got 11,100, 4,600 more than usual. Okay. And views are up 70%. Now, this one here was posted. Well, this one was posted a little while ago. I think this was posted like May. Oh, here it is, August 6th. So that's about two weeks ago. Yeah, about 2 weeks ago. And look at, yeah, that's 48 hours, but it's still getting views. And if I hover over here, that's 3 views last hour, or not last hour, 3, that hour's 3, this hour 3, 2, nothing here. Then we got another 1, we got another 1. So after you have a whole bunch of videos and you're getting 1 view an hour, 5 views an hour, add that up with 100 videos, those views start adding up. Okay. And that's what we always want to keep in mind. Let me go into this one now. This was the other one I shared with you. And you can see here, same kind of thing. Look at this 1 hour. We had 4 views, but all these other hours, 1, 1, 2, 2. But let's look at the suggested again and browse 48.6. But let's look at this. Let's see if we go the last 7 days. Okay. And it's had 37 views. Okay. Okay, great. It's still getting served to the suggested in the browse. That's not the last 7 days. That's still the 24 hours. Can I adjust that? No, that's 60 minutes. I can't. I can actually hover over here though. So let's see what that is. Okay. So here, if I'm hovering over here and we're looking at views, this is the last 7 days. So we had 40 that day, 38, 35, 31, 36, 26, and 20. Okay. So this video is still getting views, even though it's, 2 weeks old. All right. And the cool thing is a video can still take off. That's the beauty of it. So that's the main thing I wanted to share with you is like this one title. Okay. And I don't mean the entire title, but the 2 words, the power words here are breaking news. All right. Breaking news. And it gets a lot of attention, a lot of views. If you guys have any questions for me, drop them in the comments and I can go ahead and try to answer them. I did have a question that came in that I wanted to address. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull this over. Let's see here. Let me go back here. I did have a question that came in and I wanted to answer it. So let me go into the questions real quick. And I also have something else I want to share with you and you can get access to help you. All right. Okay, here we go. Oh, wait a minute. I'm in the wrong one. Hang on a minute. Wow. I'm trying to manage this all on the fly. Okay, here we go. Can you please give me your opinions? Do you recommend that I have 4 separate YouTube channels if I have 3 or 4 niches, or do you think I could talk about all my niches on one channel? I'm conflicted. I would really appreciate honest feedback. My personal recommendation is you want to dedicate a channel to a niche. Now, if you're just starting out and you want to dabble a little bit, but I would want to niche it down. I could have started to talk about video stuff on my brand creators channel, but I chose not to because I want to keep that all about e-commerce, all about selling e-commerce products online, Etsy, Amazon, Shopify, like all that stuff. Here, I am catering to the person showing up that wants to get started on YouTube, that wants to start after they're over, or when they're over 40, 50, or 60 years old, because that's what I am. So it's really tailored to that person. Here's the other thing. I just shot a video today that hasn't aired yet. It will air on Saturday. And I just shot it today. And that video, I talk about certain pieces of content, okay, are going to get you more views and more subscribers. Now, if you have a channel that talks about coffee and it talks about YouTube and it talks about bass fishing, do you think someone's going to subscribe to your channel? Probably not, because it's kind of all over the place. But if you're trying to learn how to catch more bass and you find my video and then you say, wow, that person taught me about the rubber worm trick, and now I caught more bass, I want to subscribe to that channel because I want to keep getting tips. I want to keep learning, right? So if you're just and I've talked about this before too, if you're just going to try to create a viral video and it's not within your niche, it's kind of useless. It's kind of cool to get a viral video to say, wow, look at, I had 1 million people see me. But if it's not going to be able to serve someone that you're eventually going to be able to help, maybe even in, a way that they're going to pay you, then to me, it just makes it so much harder. And I have noticed this. If you have a channel that's more entertainment or, non-educational, your subscribers are going to be less. And you might be saying, well, Scott, who cares about subscribers? Subscribers don't really matter anymore. Kinda, but I kind of disagree, because if you have a loyal subscriber base, they're going to be able to help you get your videos out there quicker. Because what happens is YouTube is going to push your videos initially out to your audience. And then your audience is going to be kind of giving it signs, the algorithm, it's going to give it signs how well it's doing. So it's going to serve it up to your subscribers. Your subscribers are then going to decide, do I want to click on that or don't I? They click on it, your click-through rate goes up. And then from there, how long do they watch the video? Do they watch 25%, 50%, 100%? And that's going to determine, okay, let's push this out to another audience to test. And then they test it. And then it's outside of your subscriber base. But I really do believe that, yes, subscribers don't matter as far as like, you don't need to have hundreds and hundreds of thousands or millions of subscribers in order to be successful. But I do think if you build that core audience, that right there can serve you for a very long time. My perfect example, my first channel was New Portrait Biz, had 16,000 subscribers. I built a 6-figure business on the back of that did that for multiple years in a row. Okay. So I think subscribers are important, but they're not as important as they used to be, as far as someone seeing it and going like, oh, this channel's got 100,000, so I should pay attention, versus someone that's got 3,000, like this channel right here, and being like, but it's still really good information. Right. So I do think that you should consider focusing on one niche. And I would definitely say, don't try to do 3 or 4 channels all at the same time. It's going to drive you crazy, and it'll be hard to manage. So that's what I would say there. We've got another one here. I think another question. If you guys have questions, drop them in the comments for me, if you would do that. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I'm getting to these. Okay, let's get into Rex here. Thanks, Rex, for the question, by the way. I keep hearing from vidIQ and from Think Media about not confusing the YouTube algorithm by making videos about different niches on the same channel. If you have 4 niches, you need 4 channels. Okay, I agree with what they're saying. Okay, that, if you, I'll give you an example. If you don't have a specific thing that you're talking about and that you're just constantly creating content about, the algorithm doesn't know where to take your content and push it. Okay. So I'll give you an example. Our channel, Brand Creators, okay, which is just almost at 100,000. We're at like 98,300, something like that. We're almost there. That channel, about 20 months ago, okay, not even 2 years yet, we were at 25 or 26,000 subscribers on that channel. And that was from Amazon-based stuff. We were talking about Amazon's, selling on Amazon, building off of Amazon, but we were talking a lot about Amazon. I wanted to pivot and start talking about other topics, about other platforms. And even though I started to do that, it still would not give me reach. I was getting like 100 views per video, 300 views per video. But what I needed to do was I needed to keep hammering my content of what I wanted to be shown and known for. So that's what I did. I made the decision about 20 months ago that I'm going to start creating content on Etsy, because Etsy was the thing that I was interested in, because my wife had been building a shop and now I wanted to start getting into the game of Etsy. So I made it a very, very, direct point that I was going to basically let the algorithm know I want to start showing up for that. So I had to start creating content on a regular basis. Now, I didn't do Etsy and then Amazon and then eBay and then all of these other ones. I didn't do that. I just stuck to the plan. And now we're doing pretty good. Okay. Because we consistently did it and we were disciplined to keep doing it. And we didn't get distracted with trying to chase, a trend or something on a video. Now, it's okay to chase a trend, but let that trend be something that's tied to your niche as well. Okay. So for example, right now, Temu, okay, and maybe you've purchased on Temu, maybe not, but Temu is a big, big threat out there to Amazon, kind of. They're trying to be, but also e-commerce sellers. So what we did is we created content that talked about Temu, but talked about how it could be affecting Etsy. Okay. So when we're doing that now, we're tapping into a trend, Temu, but we're also tying it back to our niche. So hopefully that made sense. Let's see here. Bill had a comment here. I don't know if it was a question. My original goal was to teach senior citizens like me how to use their iPhones and iPads. But recently I'm getting questions about online security, email scams. Perfect. And I love it that you're doing that. It's funny. My father, who's 80 years old, pretty good with the computer, by the way. He basically was doing that for people in his community, where he was going there and showing them like literally how to go, Control C, Control V, you're like copy paste, like literally stuff as simple as that. So I think it's brilliant that you're doing that. And because you are targeting senior citizens, you totally can then take that and also talk about email scams and online security, but you also want it to be tied to the senior citizens. So I think that's great. It's like you're taking high level senior citizens is who you're catering to. That's your demographic. And then from there, you're narrowing it down to say, okay, we're going to help them with computer stuff, but we're also going to help them with online security and email scams, phishing, and things like that. So I think that's brilliant. Bill's iPhone tips. Love the name too. You know exactly what you do. So awesome. Let's see here. Yeah. And then Bill said, start there and branch out to iPhone how to. Sure. Yeah, exactly. And looks like Chris Schaefer is here with us today. Chris Schaefer is my business partner over at Brand Creators. So Chris must be killing some time here today. If you're not into it, that's one thing, but it's cool, an opportunity. Sure. Okay. So let's see. Any other questions, drop them in there and I will make sure that I get to those. Okay. Here's what I wanted to share with you guys though. Okay. Now, I put together about 2 weeks ago, we did a live stream here and I called it the 100K or my 100K YouTube creator plan. That's what I called it. And I have it right here. I actually had someone go through and create a full-fledged guide. And I have the inkjet printed version right here, fresh off the inkjet printer. But yeah, so it's got everything in here. Here's the cool thing. Let me get to this part right here. Let me shuffle through here. It's really cool. It came out really good. So I've got this here where it's called the 10,000 foot view. But right here, I love these little flow charts and mind maps and things like that. If you already requested to get access to the 100K YouTube plan, business plan, you're going to be sent this. I'm going to email you this, okay? Because you've entered your email address to get this. If you have not yet requested to get this, if you put 100K in the comments, I'll send you this guide for free, by the way. Free, no charge. That means zero. Although I learned today, guys, here's another way that you can monetize your channel. That's right. I forgot. I got a new thing I wanted to share with you. Do you know how you go into the coffee shop, you go into Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks and you go in there and you order your coffee and then they give you that little card reader and that you put your card in there. And then when you put your card in there, they turn it around and they go, you can select an option. And the option is like, do you want to leave a $1 tip, a $2 tip, a $3 tip, or no tip? And most of the time people are going to say, oh, I'll give them $1. Before we used to just take our change and throw it into the little coffee mug, right? Little tip jar. Well, guess what? We can do the same darn thing. And we can do it in a way that's like, hey, if you want to buy us a cup of coffee and help support the channel, you can do that. And guess what? I set one up today because I had someone this week actually ask, this is where I got the idea. They were like, hey, I don't need any of the tools that you guys are using. And I know you get an affiliate commission for that, but I'd love to buy you a cup of coffee. You should have a tip jar. And I was like, that's a great idea. And then I looked into it and ConvertKit, the email provider that I use, if you want to check that out, it's startemailing.com, which I have a link here. If you want to go use that, it's in the description as well. If you go to, I had it there last week. I don't know where it went. but I guess it's not there. But I can create one. I'll create one after. If you go to startemailing.com or just go in the description, you'll find it. But in the description now, guess what I got? A tip jar. You can actually buy us a cup of coffee. Yeah. So if you did want to buy us a cup of coffee, or you can just download this for free. You don't even have to buy us a cup of coffee, but it's there. And it's also a lesson for you. If you're using ConvertKit, you can set it up very easily and doesn't cost you anything extra. All you got to do is just set it up. I'm probably going to show how to set it up on this channel. So you might want to subscribe because that's going to be another YouTube video that I'm going to create to show you how to set up your own tip jar. Because I think it's a great thing. I mean, Patreon has been around for a while. There's another one that it's basically like buy me a cup of coffee or something it's called. But this is built right in. So why not use it? All right. And if you want to see how it works, you can go in the description and you can leave us a tip. I'm just kidding. Kind of. You can buy us a tip, or you can buy us a cup of coffee by leaving us a tip, but you don't have to. But it's another great way that we can monetize our channel, and you can monetize yours as well. There's a lot of times if you're giving people useful information, they're willing to pay you something. They're willing. They know that you're taking time out of your day. Like if you and I went to a coffee shop and you wanted me to help you with your YouTube thing, and we went into the coffee shop, you would probably offer to buy the coffee. At least I think you would. I know I would. And I've had it happen before. I have several friends that I go to the coffee shop, and if we're talking about YouTube or if we're talking about something business, they're like, hey, let me get that. Right. And I'm like, nah, don't worry about it. They're like, nah, let me get it. And I'm like, okay, get it. But yeah, it's a great way for us to now monetize our channel if people want to. I mean, there's super chat on YouTube. You can use that as well. But they take a hefty cut out of that as well. But yeah, you can do it now within ConvertKit. I just learned that today. So if you want to check that out, go to the description. You'll see it in there. All right. Do we have any other questions? And then I did want to share that I wanted to bring up my big announcement again, which we talked about last week, but we're going to talk about it again. Let's see here. Okay, cool. So that's my gig 03. I've reverted back to my original business channel. I recently got an opportunity from a handbag designer to do sewing tutorials of her patterns. So I'll be focusing on the business channel. Cool. I mean, that sounds great. Whatever you feel like is right for you. I don't think there's a right or wrong for anyone on what we're doing, but for this here, it sounds like a great opportunity for you. So yeah, sewing tutorials, big. I know that that's big. And guess what? A lot of watch time because people are going to want to watch as you're doing the sewing, right? You're going to have the camera and they're going to want to watch every stitch. So I think that's great. You're going to keep the channel, but just not post consistently on this one. Okay, cool. Let's see here. Okay. Zenden. Recently, I've seen this blow up. Unedited videos from very small channels with simple thumbnails and no video tags. What's your thoughts on my observations? Should we start leaving tags out? No, I don't think you should leave tags out. I think that's just a coincidence. I think it's people just doing it and not putting tags in. I don't think tags are going to make one bit of difference either way. I personally put tags in, even if I don't put a lot of tags in. It would be the main ones. If I'm talking about YouTube titles, I'm going to want to put YouTube titles in the tags. I'm just going to want to. So I don't think that has any correlation with how well they're doing. Here's what's happening. And YouTube said this recently. They're basically pushing new channels about every, I don't know how many it is in between, but it's like, just say every 3 to 4, 5 results. So if you have a small channel, there's an opportunity right now. So that has nothing to do with unedited, edited. That has nothing to do with it. Now, what does have something to do with why the videos might be doing well is because people are tired of the sound effects and the flashy and the pop-ins and the 100 jump cuts and zoom backs and zoom forwards and all that stuff. You know what I'm talking about. We've done it, okay? Because that was the trend then. And I think it's one thing to realize that there's going to be these different waves that come in. And yes, you should take advantage of them. Right now, I think this is going to take you really far. And the thing is people think that they have to have a whole bunch of edits and they have to have a whole bunch of fancy stuff, equipment. Like this studio right here. If you look at all the other videos I'm shooting for this channel, these other videos that I'm shooting are not in this studio. They're out on my back patio. I do one take and I have a lav mic, I have my Osmo 6, and I have my iPhone 15, and it looks great. Thumbnails, why are the thumbnails performing better? Because they're different, because everyone else is still doing the flashy stuff. Okay. So whenever you're going to disrupt the market or the platform with something different, it's going to get attention. Now, everyone is going to start doing it. So then it's going to come down to what's going to make you stand out now. Right. So there'll be other things that you're going to want to test. And I think it's going to come down to then how you are on camera. I don't mean you have to be like bubbly and energetic, although it does help. But I think it is going to be like, how well do you connect with the viewer? How well do you connect with the person that you're trying to help? Do they know, like, and trust you? Do they think that you're doing it for the right reasons, or are you forcing it? Are you selling? So there's all of these different things that will come into play, and there's no AI. There's no, there's no way that you can imitate you. Okay. So that's why I always tell people, just be yourself. If you have dry humor, use dry humor. Like, because then you're going to attract people that are cool with that. You don't ever want to feel like you can't be yourself. All right. So yes, there is some correlation there. It looks like Scotty did decide to join us today. So maybe we'll pop him in here and see where the heck he was.
What's up?
Tell me you got tied up in traffic or something.
Yeah. I got back from work. We had some meetings. So yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
Fixing that Wi-Fi.
Right.
But no, I'm here.
Okay. I'm glad you could join us. Anyway,
Sure.
we're just talking about unedited and edited videos and things like that. I'm just going through some questions here. Oh, wait a minute here. So Joe says your buy a coffee page says it's not currently accepting payments. This happens after you press send tip. That's interesting. I'm going to have to look into that. Maybe it hasn't been verified yet. I just set it up today. I appreciate you trying. So not quite sure why that would be happening, but maybe because it hasn't been verified. It's connecting to Stripe, and Stripe is the payment processor. So maybe it just has not been, it hasn't been validated yet or verified yet. So we're going to have to look into that, but I appreciate you giving it a try, Joe. And I would have really enjoyed that cup of coffee. Let's see here. Keto Rita's. I tried the Amazon affiliate thing and stopped because how do I keep my personal info private? It was asking for my name and things. Really isn't an official business or anything. Yeah, I mean, you have to give it that stuff because it's going to have to report money that's made and earned to the IRS. So there's nothing really you can do about that. If you're not comfortable doing it, then you won't be able to do affiliate marketing. So the other option would be to set up a small, business checking account and just get an EIN number. You can do that for free. EIN numbers aren't anything. Just go to the, the government website and just request an EIN. And then just create a checking account. Let's see here. Use older or seasoned people. Don't like that flashy stuff. And a lot of seasoned people are watching now, in my opinion. Yeah. He had detention.
Yeah, detention. Exactly.
He had detention. Yeah. Joe says, I don't like those heavily edited videos. Yeah. Me neither. It's funny now that I'm like listening to other people and I'm starting to I get annoyed a little bit. I'm like, all right, can you just stop like doing all of the funny stuff and all of the jokes and then the memes and all that stuff? Like, I just want to come here to learn something. Like, I don't need all that stuff. It kind of annoys me, to be honest. So Scotty, anything you wanted to share, while you're, joining us here on this wonderful Thursday afternoon?
Yeah. I would say definitely with, it is a different time for YouTube with the editing and all of that. And one thing that actually is a video that's going out tomorrow that I posted, which kind of goes in with the editing and all of that, is your video quality. So a lot of times, as content creators, I feel like when we start out, it's always, oh, I don't have the best camera. I don't have the highest, HD camera or whatever extra video camera to make it, look super professional. And so because of that, it stops people from producing content. And the model we're showing you now, which is literally just using your phone. And even though it's not, yes, it's good, but it's not as good as a DSLR camera, us doing that is showing that it's working, that using, just a regular phone, whether it's an iPhone, Android, whatever, you can just put it up and that video, as long as it has value in it, is going to produce views or can produce views. So I actually did a video on that that's going to be going out tomorrow. That kind of relates with the whole editing and everything as well, like not having to overdo it, overproduce it, and that goes along with your quality. Yes, you have to have good quality in a sense, but when I say quality, I mean more of it has to be a clear image of what you're talking about. It doesn't need to be this 4K that everyone's, promoting or whatever. As long as your message gets across and you're giving value in it, I see that those videos are doing great compared to ones that have, the super edited 4K, $1,000 camera that's coming in. And I did a test on that. So it's funny and you guys will see it tomorrow. I did a test on that, and on this channel, I used a camera. Actually, I'll show you right now in the screen. Right here, we got a Sony ZV-10 right here. Okay, pretty expensive camera. I did a video on that, and the results are going to shock you from how many views I got from a video with that, and then the views I got for a video with an iPhone. So I'll just leave it at that little teaser so you guys can go ahead and check that video out. But I think it's kind of, in a sense, a good time right now as new YouTube creators where you don't have to over stress about having the latest equipment. And we're trying to show you a way that you can produce your content, get your content out there without it having, number one, to spend money out of your pocket right away. I think, first is just get the content out there. As time goes on, you can start upgrading your equipment, and get to that point. But even us, like, we don't have to upgrade right now. Like, give you an example. The actual camera I'm using right now for the lives, that a lot of people don't even know this, is a little desktop mounted one that I think is like $60 on Amazon. And it's actually my wife's. I'm actually using hers because it's so good. It has an autofocus on it. But it's pretty clear and it's all you really need, but a lot of people think, no, you need the most expensive with the best shell depth of field behind it. And yes, we talk about that stuff and that's great, but there's ways in post edit where you can add that. But also, if you don't give any value, then what's the point of even creating the video? No one's going to watch it in the first place,
Yeah.
I
would say the only thing you want to do is, like with you and I, like we're on right now, and I had an issue the other day. You're having a little bit of an issue today, is like the connection. So if you guys are live streaming, you definitely want to make sure you get a hardwire, that you go Ethernet. And then you turn off your Wi-Fi on your computer. So you wire it in, and then you go and you go straight Ethernet, because what happens with the Wi-Fi is your signal is constantly bouncing. And then also, if other people are on it, it's going to take it down. So we got to get you hardwired in there, son.
Yeah, that's my tough thing, is trying to figure out a way to hardwire this.
And speaking of that, I did want to share that if you guys did not tune in last week, we dropped a heck of an announcement.
Whew, yeah, we did.
All right. So here's what's going to be happening. All right. And guys, the other thing is too, before I say that, some of you wanted us to do a channel review. We're more than willing. We have a little bit of time right now. If you wanted us to do one, if you wanted to pop yours in there and we can do a quick review. If not, you're watching this later, drop it in the comments and we can always come back and do it the following week. So just let us know if you are interested in getting a channel review. So yeah. Okay. So we actually had to do a little speed test for internet, because we're going to be doing a 24-hour, you heard that right, a 24-hour live stream for this channel. And here's what we're going to be doing. Okay. I'm going to take you right through the entire play-by-play. I'm going to also tell you why we're doing it. All right. So we're going to do a content creation 24-hour challenge. And what we're going to do, the goal is for us to be able to shoot 52 videos, 8 to 12 minutes long, okay, edited, thumbnails, and ready to be scheduled for an entire year. So that's a year's worth of content. So we hear people say all the time, man, I'm just struggling with time. I can't get the time. Okay. So here's the deal. You can find time. So I'm going to give you an example of this. This morning, I had a video that I wanted to shoot for Saturday. and I had a little block of time. I had about a half hour. I went out back, I set up my camera on the deck, and I did it in one take. And I strongly recommend everyone does it in one take. Who cares if you screw up? Just keep rolling. Okay. And I did that in about 16 minutes. And then I brought it inside. I imported it into the computer. I was done with everything. Okay. The only thing I still have to do now is just schedule it, which I'll do that here either tonight or tomorrow. And then it's done. So an hour, maybe. Now, I could have probably gotten 2 videos done if I just would have said, I'm going to do the first one, I'm going to do the second one. So that's what we're going to be doing for this 24-hour challenge. We're going to go ahead and we're going to batch record a whole bunch of videos and see if we can't get 52 videos done, edited, ready to be uploaded with thumbnails. This is going to be happening on September 6th and 7th, Scotty?
8th.
7th and 8th?
Yes.
Saturday's on a 7th?
No, hang on, I'll tell you right now.
6th and 7th, I think.
Oh, I was wrong.
It's the 6th and 7th, right?
No, the 6th is Sunday.
So the 5th and 6th? You looking at the right year?
No, I was right. No, you were right. Sorry. 7th and 8th. My schedule was all messed up on my computer.
Yeah, it's on
7th and 8th of September. Yes.
Yeah, so September 7th, 9 a.m. Eastern time, we are going live.
This is going to be wild.
And that thing is not going to stop. Well, actually, I take that back. We're going to go in 3 rounds because we have to go in 8-hour rounds. So 8 hours, then we're going to switch it over to another 8-hour run, and then we're going to go to another 8-hour run. We're going to try to seamlessly piggyback those or kind of tie them together. And we're going to do 24 hours. All right. And we're starting at 9 a.m. Eastern time in the morning. And then from there, we're going all the way till 9 a.m. Or if we get done in time, we might get a couple hours sleep. And if we don't get done, we're going to work right on up until that 9 a.m. And the crazy thing is we're New York Giants fans. I know. You guys can hate on us if you want, but they play the next day at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. So we're going to have to, if we do have to go all the way to 9 a.m., we're going to have to take a power nap and then we're going to watch the game. But it's going to be like way behind the scenes. Like we're going to be at my lake house. Okay. We're going to be at the lake. We're going to have the house to ourselves. And we are going to set up shop. We're going to set up our command center. We're going to show everything as far as like what we're doing, the struggles that we're having, the connection problems we might have, the equipment problems, the lighting, like the location. Like we're going to share everything. We're going to, it's not going to be entertainment the entire time. Like, hey guys, we're doing this, we're doing that. It might be us just sitting there brainstorming and you're going to be listening in or having the ability to listen in. All right. So mark your calendar. Okay. Mark your calendar. Keep an eye on this channel, subscribe to this channel because you'll be notified. Most likely hit the bell too, to make sure that you get notified. If you're on our email list, you'll be getting notified. We'll let you guys know. And if you're not on the email list and you want to be, you can grab one of these guys right here. Okay. This guide, this it's like 18 pages long. And it's our full plan. If you download this, you'll be on our email list and we'll be able to message you. Okay. So that's what's happening. So we got a lot of stuff we're preparing for. I'm actually, we're flying in Chris Schaefer, who's my business partner on Brand Creators. He's going to be doing a lot of the handling the comments and questions and all of that stuff. And he's going to be the tech guy because he's really good with the tech. So you guys think we can do it? I want to know in the comments. Do you think we're crazy? Oh, I'm curious what you guys think about that. We got someone here. Yeah. Heart Work by Leslie. I can't wait to watch as much of that 24 show as possible. Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. And you know what? If you guys could do us a quick favor, if you guys could let other people know, these guys are crazy. They're going to try to do a 24-hour stream. Like if you guys could let other people know about that, if you're in communities or whatever, spread the word. That would be awesome. James Veal. What's up, James? I just recently found you guys. You both are awesome. You're down to earth and has helped me start a YouTube channel. I recently subscribed. Keep up the great work. James, that is awesome. And thank you so much because that's just as good as that tip jar that we were talking about. And I got my coffee right here. So thank you, James. I appreciate that. Scotty appreciates that. We're so grateful. Thank you. September 7th is on Saturday. Yes, Rex. Thank you for clarifying that. Dream Talking with Vicky says, how cool is that? Yes, of course you're crazy, but y'all can do it. And Dream Talking with Vicky says, yes, you can. Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. And so why are we doing it, Scotty? Why are we doing this? I mean, let's just pull back the curtain and let everyone know, like, why the heck are we doing this?
There's multiple reasons. But one of the main reason, I guess, the idea that we want to get across to everyone who's tuning in or even knows about, even if they don't tune in, is that you can block out a section of time and you can get stuff done for a month, a week, a month, a year, whatever. And obviously we're taking the more extreme route, but that's just to show you that you can, yes, you can block out time to be able to do this. And we're not saying, hey, go block out 24 hours and go crazy. Like, we're not saying that, but we are saying, can you get 3 hours on a Saturday? Can you do 2 hours on a Saturday? And what can you get done in that time? And we're going to show you exactly what we get done in that time frame. And so you can kind of see, like, you can check in, 3 hours in, and you see we have 6 videos done, right? That's equivalent to if you're posting only one a week, that's, a month and a half. Right. So it's showing that you can produce enough content to last you for however long you want it to be, honestly. But where it's still, we're posting consistently, and it just gives everyone that feeling of, rather than having to show up every week and have to, do one off. So it's like, this week I'm going to shoot a video for this week. And then the next week, like, you can do it all in one block. And I just think it's, number one, it's a crazy challenge. I think we're up for those crazy kind of challenges. And I think that's the fun of in this, is that you guys get to kind of see that. I also think too, is it's almost like you're a fly on the wall, because like my dad said, it's not going to be where we're entertaining the whole time. This is more for you guys to see, like, what really goes on behind the scene. Cause, like, yeah, what we're saying on here, yes, this is really us, is authentic. Right. But you're going to see all the mess ups now. Like, you don't really see a lot of our mess ups as much. We kind of, hey, and you know what? I give you props for that. I'm not even lying.
No, I do.
I said it in my last video that this guy over here, because he's been doing it for so long, like, he's really good at, like, he can shoot his 8-minute videos, 9-minute videos, and he doesn't ever have to really edit them, like, because he just goes and riffs off for 9 minutes. Right. Me, I always, like, stop and I get stuck at a point, and then I kind of restart, and then I got to go take those out. For me, it takes me a little bit longer because I'm just not as comfortable. And another thing, actually, this reminds me, is you recently said that you like, this week you had to sit down by the pool and you did whatever, your 2 hours, and you shot your video or your title idea, right? Well, I do want everyone else to say, to see where I am and then where he is. So he's a full-time content creator, right? So he has probably, I wouldn't say more time, but his all his focus is content and that stuff, right? So he can block those out. Me, I'm a teacher, so I work the 9 to 5, which my hours is really 7 to 3, but I work that, and on top of that, I'm still managing 2 channels, and I just recorded a video on that, and I got a lot of good feedback from the comments. So if you haven't seen that video already, check it out. But pretty much me kind of breaking down how I'm able to balance all of that, because it can be overwhelming when you're working a 9 to 5 and you don't, have full time to go into content creation. So it's another thing that is there to help you and to be a tool for you guys, that yes, it is possible. Yes, you can do it. And it's not as hard as it, seems. And then obviously now this challenge kind of solidifies that as well, that you block out your time and manage your time well, and you can get ahead. And that's our whole goal, is kind of getting ahead. So it's less stress on us, because we don't want to have to shoot one-offs every day and then have the stress of, oh no, I have to have a video up by tomorrow. I got to, shoot this quick. I got to edit it. Like, we feel so much more comfortable when we have time in advance to kind of have it scheduled out. So just keeping those things in mind. But this is meant to be a tool for you guys, so you can kind of see the full content creation kind of background.
So like, all of that you said is 100% true, right? It's like we're doing this for the audience, so they get to see behind the scenes. But the other play here is we want to get attention. Like, we're doing this so we can get some buzz in the marketplace, because no one's doing that. Like, someone had said in here, they saw someone, it was Rex, and said, I saw a video where one creator batch filed and edited a dozen videos, and then he scheduled his videos where he posted 5 videos on the same day, 5 minutes apart, and he gained tons of views. Yes. Okay. We're going to take it a step further, right? It's almost like, okay, you put the bar here, we're putting the bar here, right? And so I think anyone can kind of do this in their niche. It's like you came up with the idea, Scotty, because, well, Scotty's younger, right? He's 26. So he's, you know, he knows the gaming space. And a lot of the gamers are streaming. And he's like, Dad, they're streaming sometimes for 48 hours. And I'm like,
they're doing 100 hours.
I'm like, what are they doing? Right. And he's like, they just play. And then it's kind of like Big Brother, but yet not the show edited. It's kind of like the cameras that are just there live all the time that you can just go and watch what someone's doing. They might not be doing anything. It might be reading a book. Right. And it's like, you're able to be there like a fly on the wall. And so it's kind of like reality TV. And it's also where you can learn something. In this case, it's not just entertainment, it's learning, although you probably will be entertained because there's going to be things that happen that we're just going to be ourselves. And you know what? We're going to order food and we're going to watch, you know, maybe something quick if we get a minute to kind of take a break, or go outside and maybe throw the football, like just to kind of get outside. Like, I don't know, like we're going to do stuff other than just that, but we also know that we're on a time crunch. So there's always things that are going to happen, going to come up. Who knows? Might lose power. Then what are we going to do? You know what I mean? Like, then we got to get a generator, right? We got to do something.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, it's really also, we want to do something that we feel has not been done in this space. Okay. Can you say that people have done 24-hour streams? Yes. Have they done it for creating YouTube content? Not that I know of. Right now, are we going to start something? Maybe. And that's okay. Right. Like, let's raise the bar. So that's part of the reason we're doing it. Okay. Is for a marketing purpose, right? To get buzz, to get, you know, where someone's like, are they really going to do that? And you're like, yeah, we really are. And then it gets buzz. Okay. And then maybe you tell someone, and then they tell someone. And then we get that word of mouth starting to travel. Then we also have the content, not even of the content we're creating, but we have the content of the live streams that are that's going to reside there forever. So we have that. So that's another asset we're creating. And who knows, maybe there'll be a funny clip that comes out of that we want to post, or maybe a lesson that we do for behind the scenes that we get to pull out of there. So it's all raw, kind of uncut footage. And then the other thing is, like you said, Scotty, we're showing people that if you sit down, you plan everything out, and you block out a chunk of time, you can get a lot done. And I've always said that, like, batch recording has been my, it's been my advantage, because I batch everything. Like, I batch my ideation time. So if I'm just going to come up with ideas, I'll sit out by the pool for an hour and I'll just brainstorm ideas, right? I'll just add them to my list. Then if it's time to shoot, I might shoot 2 videos, 3 videos at once. Okay. What I do for the brand creators over there on that channel is I go live every Wednesday. Well, that Wednesday live also turns into 3 other videos that are separate that get pulled out. That's like a batch recording session for 2 hours. So batch recording is big. We're a big believer on that.
Yeah. You know what I'm curious on, and I think, make sure you're staying up to date on our community tab, because especially with the lead up of this, we're probably going to put some polls in there. One of them is, which I'm very curious about, because we know when we go on YouTube live that the longer you go, usually the more viewers you start getting, and it starts kind of like at some point doubling almost, because it's a piece that's been out there for so long, and now YouTube just keeps pushing it because you have content for that long. But I'm curious on 2 things. One, how many viewers we'll get at once. So we'll maybe do a little poll of, like, higher or lower. And the other is, I'm curious, because it's going to be such a long stream, Dad, what do you think watch time hours? Like what total for the 24 hours?
That's
like, even if someone came in only for 5 minutes, but we get to 500 people on, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I'm curious. I'm just curious what that's going to do. I have no clue. I do want to kind of see that. So yeah, in the community tab, guys, make sure you're staying up to date on that, because we're going to be posting those things, because we're just as curious as you are. Maybe we'll do something for the winning poll.
Yeah. And if you guys have any ideas for us for this challenge, like anything you want to see us do. If there's, maybe a little internal contest between us. If you want to see, a certain video, maybe video topics, like you guys can help us with that too. But I would love for you guys to get involved. Well, I think it would be really fun. And I realize that you're not gonna be able to sit there for 24 hours and be on there with us, but you might be on for an hour and then you might jump off, come back 3 hours, see where we're at, then come back 3 hours later, see where we're at. And that's the beauty of it, is we're going to be live. So we're going to see what happens here. Let's see. Oh, and Heart Work by Leslie said, record a video while you're tossing the football. Yeah, we definitely, everything's going to be recorded. Like wherever we are, we're going to have cameras. And again, like we're not sure, we've never done this. So we're not quite sure how everything's going to go. We are going to use StreamYard. So we're using StreamYard right now. We are going to use StreamYard. If you're not using StreamYard, you can use it by going through our link. If you go to startgoinglive.com, you will buy us a cup of coffee. Go to startgoinglive.com. We're going to use StreamYard. StreamYard does have some limitations on how long you can go. So I believe it's 8 hours, but it's 12 hours on YouTube. But what we're going to do is we're going to go 8 hours, and then we're going to basically have another one ready to go. And we're going to basically try to reconnect it. So everyone kind of gets ported over. So we'll see. Don't know. Never done this before. But yeah, we have no idea how this is going to work. Rex says you can schedule when you post your edited videos. I heard someone who posted 5 videos on the same day, but he posted them 5 minutes apart. So at 12, 5. Yeah. I'm not quite sure why, and how that would work. I personally like to post, if I'm going to post one video a day, it would be, I want to post it and let it kind of breathe. Let the algorithm do it. I have no idea. I've never tested that, but that is an interesting test. If you had 3 videos and you said, I'm going to release them like 5 minutes apart, I would love to see what that would do. That would be an interesting test, Scotty.
It would. Here's the thing with our content and with posting that many times in a day is, like right now we're posting a lot. We're doing 1 video a day, and hint, that's probably going to be a test of some sort.
Yes.
So look out for that video. But so the thing is, it's a lot of content, and for us, we want to make sure that we are, yes, we're getting the quantity up, but we want to make sure we're giving you quality videos. So for someone posting 5 videos a day, like, number one, it's a lot of content to record, but it's good. I don't know. It depends on the topic, but it gets to a point where is it quality every video, or is it just them, saying something that's not that meaningful, or saying the same thing over and over again?
Or do your subscribers, is that too much? Can they not handle it? Yeah. Right. So you don't want to also overwhelm. And that is the thing that I think about. I'm like, are we putting out too much content? Because then they can't keep up. But you can't just think about your subscribers. Not that we don't care, but you also have to realize that it's going to reach new subscribers, right? New people. But yeah, so I agree with you. I think if you're in a news type thing, like there's a guy that's his name is I think Meet Kevin. He posts like 3 to 5 times a day, but a lot of his stuff is like about, the taxes, or, the stocks went up or down, or, the loan, loan interest rates just got bumped or whatever. Like it's more of like things that just happened. Breaking news, kind of like what we shared in the very, very beginning. Let's see here. What type of cameras do you guys use? Right now, I am using a Sony, and I believe it's a 5100. The reason why I'm using this camera is because I bought it about 3 years ago, and I set it up right there, and I have not moved it. And I wanted this look. And since then, if you go to any of my other videos on this channel that are not in this setting, they're all shot with an iPhone, okay, in cinematic mode with our Osmo 6 with a DJI lav mic. All the links are in the description. Yes, they are affiliate links. And yes, if you do go through them, you will buy us a cup of coffee. So yeah, so that's what we use. Demo on CapCut. I just started using it. Yeah, we have one on the channel already. But yeah, that is something else that we can continue to do. So whatever you need help with there, but honestly, like anything that you're doing nowadays, the editing has to be a minimum. Minimal. It can't be like, you don't need a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, I mean, we could definitely get in there and show you what we would do. But really, if I'm using CapCut and I'm doing the videos like I did today, I'm literally importing it. I might chop off the front, off the back, and then maybe adjust my levels on my audio, and then I'm going to export. Like, I'm not doing much. Like,
Yeah,
it's
maybe I'll show more on mine because I do more on mine than you do. Because
yeah,
like I said, you're a professional on the camera.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, so like if you come in there and you want to do a cut because you made a mistake, like that's very simple to do too, though. And I think we could have some tips there too, Scotty. So like this, I have done this before. Like if I was shooting a video right here, dedicated video, and I was not like on live, it would be like, let's say I was trying to strike a point and I'm like, talking about something in here. Right. And I'm like, yeah, inside the guide, you want to make sure that you create the 4 buckets in content. They're right here. And I'm like, I didn't like the way that sounded. And I'd be like this. So what you want to do is you have to make a very deliberate pause. And then it's easy to just chop, connect. That's it. What are you laughing about?
Chris said, I just like to tinker around.
Just ignore Chris right now. He's going to be in our house here shortly, so he'll have enough time to.
I'm not gonna be able to shoot videos. He's gonna be making fun of me the whole time I make videos.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know what? And that's probably gonna be a video coming up, and maybe I'll do it even on a live. Is being nervous to record a video, because I'll be totally honest with you. To this day, if I go outside, like I shot a video the other day on the porch, I still get nervous. I still get nervous. And
what are you nervous about?
People, they're watching me when I'm talking, and I feel like I'm saying the wrong thing, or I'm not focused on what I'm saying.
Watching your neighbors?
I live in an apartment complex. What do you think? People are just walking by. I'm
just asking. Are you worried about the people that are walking by, or people that are actually watching you on video?
No, not on video. Because I'm shooting a video. It's not live.
Well, I didn't know, but sometimes people are worried about what people are thinking on the other.
No, I'm worried about people. When I'm in public, this is why I like to shoot. Like if I shot in here, I'd be no problem. But when I go out of my comfort zone, I'm outside and people are walking by and they don't see a lot of people recording video, so they're staring at me, wondering what I'm talking about.
You could just be on FaceTime though.
I feel uncomfortable. I could. But I'm just saying that's my true honest feelings.
Yeah.
That's the tough part for me. I know you're more comfortable, but you've been doing it for a lot longer than me.
True.
But that's the part for me. So like I have a lot of cuts during that time because I have to, someone walks by with their dog and they're just like kind of like slowly walking because they're trying to hear what I'm saying. I don't like that. So I'm just like, I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait and let him go. The other day I had my Osmo out and walking through my apartment complex. Oh, I was turning heads left and right. I'm like, come on, just let me shoot a video in peace. So yeah, guys, like I'm just like probably a lot of you. You might even be better than me as far as being on camera like that. Now, I'm not worried about what I look or sound like. It's more of the other people. If I'm in public watching me, I feel like it's pressure on me. Now on a live, I don't really care because I'm in my element right here, right? But like once I step out, so that's something I'm still working on to this day. The reason I'm saying that is don't let it stop you from shooting a video, and I'm going to shoot a video on that soon. Again, just being totally transparent with you guys and what's kind of helped me because I still get like that. But honestly, what I keep thinking of is, okay, what works for me? Taking a break in between every time someone walks by and then, going on my point for 3 minutes. And if someone walks by, I'm going to wait till they walk by and then I'll go back into it. So
DBC says, Scotty, those are your fans.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they're flooding my apartment complex,
That's my gig, says, I get it, Scotty. Me too. Yeah. It's common. And I'll be honest, like I haven't been always comfortable. Like Scotty, you saw the one video I published or I shared at my live event. I did a live event about 5 years ago now. Gosh, crazy. With about 200 people. And I was sharing my story and I shared one of my first videos I tried to shoot. I never got that video done because I had to take so many takes. And it was us trying to create a promotional video for our photography studio. It was horrible. I remember shooting a commercial years ago. I should pull up that clip.
That's a good one.
Guys, if you want to see a clip of me when I was about 25 and I was shooting a video for my father's construction company, and we had to do like the Brady Bunch. Who remembers Brady Bunch, where it was like, you know, you'd wave up to the box and then down, and then you'd go off to the side, and then you'd go off to the side, right? I had to do that. I'm going to pull that clip up.
Yeah,
How many, who wants to see that clip of Scott with probably a mustache like Scotty's? It's hardly there. Just
yeah, right. This is a good one. What do you mean?
So, you know, that was young Scott. Scotty was about probably 3 or 4 at the time. And I literally, it was crazy. I was sweating. I'll never forget. I was sweating. I was in my work clothes, and all they wanted me to do was like, look at the camera and wave, right? Like this, and smile. And my lip was like quivering and stuff. Like all the guys afterwards said, you look like quiver lip. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Like I could not, like I literally could not smile. I couldn't go. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do that. I was like doing it. And then they were like, do it again. And then I'd be like, and I was like, do it again. Like, and I'm like, oh my God, I got paralyzed. So I do get it. Now looking back at that, I'm like, how was that so hard? But I think it was just, I was uncomfortable on camera for some reason. That light started going red. I don't think you need the red light on the camera. I think that makes people think like, oh no, it's permanent.
Hey,
right?
I think that video, but you also need to bring out your first commercial video for New Portrait Biz.
I know, that's the one I was talking about. The one I don't think we ever shot that one.
No,
I don't think we could.
We haven't shown that one.
Yeah, I'll have to
That
pull
one
that.
we have that one on DVD somewhere.
Yeah. So
Man, I'll tell you what though, Chris, this is gonna be funny when Chris is here, because Chris is I just see him in the comments right now. This is gonna be he'll be a great moderator for us for sure.
And if no one had saw Chris before, they wouldn't realize that he's bald now.
I know. Chris, I had to learn that because I edit their videos. I had to learn that, and I called my dad. I was like, when did Chris go bald? I didn't know he went bald.
That boy took it down all the way. So anyway, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And we'll see what's going to happen here. I mean, I'm excited about it. We're going to be talking more about it. Like I said, if you're on our email list, you will be getting notified. We'll be talking more about it. And if you're not, and you want this guy, all you got to do is just put that, put that in the comments, 100K, and we'll send you a copy for free. So yeah, I just literally got that done. I'm so happy with it. It's a lady that I've been working with for probably 7 years now, maybe longer. She was a student of ours, and she was just great at putting together guides. And I pay her, and she basically creates beautiful stuff. I don't know if you can see that. It's really nice. Look at all that.
It's like
19 it's just pages right
it's
there. everything mapped out. It's so nice. She did such a great job. Anyway, if you want a copy of that, 100K in the comments. Okay. And then the other thing I want to talk about real quick here is live streaming. Like, we're live streaming right now, and someone commented the other day, and they were like, yeah, I don't want to do live streams anymore because I only had like a couple people on, and I felt like it was a waste of time. And I'm here to tell you, it's not a waste of time. Even if there wasn't, like, Scotty, you and I did our first live here. I think we had like one person on, and I think it was Dream Talking with Vicky. So I'm going to give her a shout out. We probably, when we get our shirts made, we're going to have some shirts made. We got a special saying. I think you're all going to love it. We're going to send Dream Talking with Vicky a shirt, because she was one of our first live stream guests that was watching. So I want to thank her. But it didn't really even matter that we had one person on, because we showed up to do this so we could produce content without starting and stopping. If you've noticed, this probably could have been a lot cleaner. One, Scotty wasn't here on time. So I had to, I had to fly by the seat of my pants, because I'm like, well, I usually have a co-partner here that I can talk to. Now I got to go freestyle and kind of wing this thing. So good thing the old man showed
Hey, I was
up.
just keeping you on your toes, that's all.
I'm on my toes. Don't worry, son. I got this. So that happens. And then, then we're going through, and then I'm like, okay, I've got to, make sure that I'm on task and make sure that I'm sharing enough value. But the thing is, I could have started and stopped 100 times, but this allowed me to stay on and not get off and not stop and start. So this video is going to reside on this channel. We are going to continue to get views from now until this channel is gone, which I'm hoping it's not going to ever be gone, because I want this to live on. This is just the start. So if you're thinking to yourself, you don't want to do a live because no one's going to watch, no one's going to show up live, it doesn't matter. We've had, I think our biggest live stream so far was 35 people on this channel. Today we had, I think our high was 28. Okay. And that's a great number. I love that. You put 25 people in a room and you have a conversation with those 25 people. It's a lot of people in a room.
Yeah.
Right. So just always keep that in mind. But even if there wasn't 25 people, know that there's going to be 25 people that are going to watch later. Okay. They're going to watch you later. So I just want you to realize, doing the lives, it takes a lot of the starting and stopping away. All right. And I know it's kind of scary because you're like, there's no safety net. But the thing is, if no one's watching you and you get done and you're like, that was horrible, you just go over and you hit delete and you just get rid of it, or you archive it. Right. Not a big deal. Yeah. So Dream Talking with Vicky says, "Oh, my pleasure." Yeah, no, we appreciate you. And I mean, so the other channel, Brand Creators, Chris and I were doing lives. We had like 10 people on, 15 people on for a year. And then now, yeah, we've had some that we've had 500, 600 people on all at once, right? Like, pretty good. The other day we did one, we had 200 on. You know, it's a lot of people. But it wasn't always like that. And to us, we know we had 200 people that were live, but we have 10,000 people that might watch it in, the next 2 weeks. So you have to think, this is a piece of content that once it's done live, it's living on, it's living and it's breathing. So don't underestimate the power of lives. Very, very important. And if you want to start using lives, you should probably go through our link and use StreamYard. And you can buy us a cup of coffee and you can go to Start Going Live right there. All right. So if you want to go there, sign up, and you can start using StreamYard. That is the tool we're going to be using for the 24-hour marathon. And guys, do you have any ideas for us for that? For the marathon? Anything that you want to see? Anything that you guys recommend that we do? How can we get more attention out there, more buzz? Let us know. Let us know in the comments. We'd love you to help us with this. Be a part of it. All right, cool. So we can probably wrap this puppy up. I'm starting to sound like I'm from the South, and I'm really
been down here long enough.
So I'm from upstate New York originally. That's where Scotty grew up. So I am from upstate New York. I'm a New Yorker, but I'm not really. We were in kind of like, we were in the upstate. We weren't in the city. But yeah, it's funny when I get going there, I start talking like a little Southern. I got a little. I don't even say y'all. Scotty, have you converted to y'all yet?
So I say it a lot more than I want to. I actually don't want to say it, but because I'm in school and I have to like talk about people over there, I'm not gonna say like you guys. Like I say you guys in the like sometimes when I pass in, if it's a group, I'll say you guys. But I don't know. Sometimes just y'all comes out.
That's
instead of saying you all, I'm just like y'all.
Hey, Rex just said he lived in Hudson Valley, New York.
Wow, that's close.
So Scotty played basketball in Hudson Valley in a tournament for high school. And then Utica, no, but Scotty played baseball in Utica and basketball, I believe, too. So we've been to Utica. Utica was about an hour and some change from us, maybe an hour and 40 minutes, hour and 25, something like that.
Well, that's a good idea. Dream Talking with Vicky said do a giveaway. I think we're gonna have a couple different things. We haven't came up with all the ideas yet, but we're gonna have a couple different things during that live stream randomly that we'll probably do.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that is a great idea.
What kind of giveaway should we do though?
I already got a great one. You ready?
You're gonna share it here?
Yeah, I mean it doesn't mean we're definitely doing it. It's just an idea.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
You guys are hearing the brainstorm because I probably
let's
you after
here. If you guys want to leave, you guys can leave. It's okay.
Yeah, they're gonna want to stay for this one because this is probably worth,
Is this gonna cost me money?
No, but it could generate us money, but
okay.
We're giving it away for free. I think we do a someone, whoever's channel, whoever wins, and they have a YouTube channel that we will do a video for. So they'll record their video and all that. They'll send to us, or take that back. we'll give them a title around their niche. They'll
Okay.
shoot a video on it, send it to us. We'll do the edit, whatever, give it back to them and the thumbnail and let them use it.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
So kind of like a little starter kit in a sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
start them out.
Chris had said maybe give away an Osmo.
It's not a bad idea either.
Not a bad idea. By then we might have made $150 on this channel and we can buy one and then we can give it away.
Tell you what, our affiliate sales have been down. So not from that, but maybe from our YouTube ads.
Oh, you know what, Scotty? We should probably share our revenue. We haven't given an update on our revenue this week. We had our highest day yesterday for ads.
Yep.
Crazy numbers, guys. Crazy.
Man, we might each be able to buy a cup of coffee this time.
Yeah, it's Chris is just over here volunteering your money. You want to pull that up? You want me to?
I can pull it up. I have it up already. Let's see.
DBC says, need to do a video in your pool, Scott, just chilling with your arm on the side of the pool deck. LOL. I can do that. I actually thought about doing that in the hot tub.
You know what I was thinking? Now this one would cost you money. But I was thinking you rent a boat and you go out on a boat and do it.
Yeah, that'd be fun too, huh?
I am debating. I just don't want to drop it in, but I am debating going in the kayak and doing it. I think that'd be cool.
Doing a video?
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
we
like
could do a couple videos in the kayak. That'd be entertaining. That'd be great.
We'll have to get like a waterproof phone case in case it.
That's a good idea. I think we're gonna make that happen. So guys, there you go. There's an idea we're gonna do. We're gonna probably do a video in the kayak.
Wait, I got an idea. So see, this is how we just brainstorm. We just shoot things at each other. What about we're in the kayak. We both go out in the kayaks, and I'll record you talking to me or talking to the camera, but I'll be like your camera moving with you.
Okay.
As you're recording, so you can kind of drift a little bit, drift away.
Well, the only thing is though, we're gonna be out of range.
Well, if we tie our things close together, or we have a string or something.
No. I mean the video, our stream. Are you going to stream that?
No. Like our stream's always going to stay at home base, but it can like whoever.
Yeah, but you have to be able to video us out in the lake.
Yeah,
be like,
Chris
all right,
Chris, there you go. There's one of your jobs.
Yeah, and Chris can be commentating us out there.
Yeah.
Out a little bit. He'll have to go outside, but hopefully because he's going to be wireless. If he's
but he'll use the mobile.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna have to figure that out, but that's a great idea.
Find me a scuba suit, he says.
Let's see here. So, okay, yeah, show your numbers. Pull them up here.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. There we go.
There you go.
Wait, hang on. We got to make it bigger, guys. Got to make it bigger. And if you pull your screen to the side, it'll pop up a little bigger, right?
Exactly right.
All right, so revenue-wise, look at that. Whopping $12 yesterday, almost $13. Look at that.
Awesome.
And today's is still pending. I was hoping by this stream it would
might be by the time we sign off. We'll check it before. I mean, another 5-10 minutes. But look at that, man. We've made $73.75, baby.
And it hasn't even been a full month.
No, not even.
A full month will be September 7th. So
it'll be the Saturday. It'll be the live stream.
That's crazy. You're right.
That'll be our first report.
What's the odds of that? That's crazy.
I know, right? That's amazing. But guys, I just want you guys to pay attention. Look at that spike over there in the real time numbers. Scotty, what's going on over there? Is that because we're live right now?
156. It was around 4, so probably.
Yeah, it's because we're live right now. Click on the real-time analytics. I'm just curious. We can check this on the fly. Scroll down a little bit. So that video is today's video. Yeah. Okay. I use these 2 words. That's the live stream. So that's 76 that are in the last 6. So see, even though here's a great point on the live streams, even though we've had 25, 28 people on here, continually, they're not all the same people. So we've had 76 people come into this stream. So I think that's another important thing. People think like just the eyeball that you see with the views is the views. It's not. Like right now it says 20 people on, right? That's not the same 20 that probably started with us. Okay. So I think that's interesting. Also for watch time hours, guys, lives, they're going to help you because it's longer, right?
And it's actually at 110 for
the 110. So that means
Yep.
110 people came into the stream so far, which is cool. And this is in real time. It's good stuff.
Can't make this up.
You can't make this stuff up, guys.
Here's the other thing. Okay, because a lot of you guys just see, I think you get more of our personality from the live, but when you get a 24-hour thing, you're gonna see our real self.
You're gonna see some real
I think
good.
You're actually like, we're giving you some really good free content that I know people would pay to watch a show like that. And now we got Chris in the mix. Like it's gonna be funny. I mean, guys, there might be side bets going on. We might be saying, hey, over or under on 15 minutes for the DoorDash order. What we going with?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Pizza, pepperoni. What we taking, huh? You know, it's going to be fun, guys. And that's honestly what comes down to, where we want to just have fun what we're doing, you know, and this is us being our true selves. Yes, we create content. Yes, we do serious content on building a YouTube channel, but we also are telling you to be your authentic self and, you know, produce content around that. Scuba Schaefer.
Thanks, dudes for the content. No problem. Thanks for stopping by. DBC says laughing my ass off. That's what that means, right?
Yeah, good job.
Let's see. Osmo to go. Yeah, I think we probably will do something with the Osmo as a giveaway.
Oh, did you say what's going on tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow you and I are heading to go see your grandfather.
Yeah, so we're heading to Orlando, and guess what? While we're there, what do you think we're doing? We're firing up the Osmo in the iPhone, and we're shooting some content. We're bringing the DJI mic.
Yep.
And we're gonna shoot some content. And so the funny thing is probably the whole time when we're not with my grandpa, we are probably going to be talking content. So we're getting this is for us, this is a big, you know, business meeting, even though we text all the time about it. But now we're literally going to be together for 3 days straight, just probably talking content, whether it's on the plane, whether it's, you know, at the airport.
There's also another reason that we're going to this one hotel. Is we went there last time, and I said to my wife, I said, this would make a great place to have an event. And so, you know, we've always done events around the e-commerce space, but, you know, Scotty and I've talked about it. Like, we would love to do like some type of video event where, not big, like, you know, I don't know, 20 people. And, you know, we kind of create content, you know, we talk strategy, you know, do some coaching. So might be happening here in the near future, but we're going to scope out this area because I know Orlando is a central area. A lot of people like to go, but this hotel is like really good for it. We also talked about Puerto Rico because I love Puerto Rico. You and I are going there this December, and we're going to scope it out there for possibly doing an event there. And I say an event, it'll be small, be like 25 or less. But if you guys are interested in like doing something like that, obviously it'll be limited. People have to travel. We're probably going to charge something for this because we're going to be, you know, spending a couple of days. We got to rent the space and all that stuff, but let us know. Maybe you'd be interested in hanging out with us for a few days and working on your content for your brand. So yeah, let us know. Let's see. Any other quick questions? Yeah. Tax deductible, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
How much does YouTube put live streams on browse pages to non-subscribers? Does it get better with the length of the live stream? It could. We've noticed that on our brand creators channel, that we get a substantial amount that are new, that are new. And actually, you know what? I'm curious on that. You guys mind if I open up my dashboard inside of brand creators and maybe we can dig in and kind of take a look at that? I'm curious. Oh, someone just said that they're in Puerto Rico. That's cool.
Could be one of our first people at the live meetup.
Yeah. Let me look into this real quick, and then I'm going to share my screen. I'm just curious.
While you're doing that, do live streams help your long form video to be watchable? Trying to see what you mean by that. Help your long form video to be watchable.
I think maybe like, does it help the other videos that are on?
If it helps it, I think it can. here's the thing is it's like a traditional video, and so yes, you are going live, but that initial thing isn't going to really help your channel get, crazy views on other videos. It's more of you're going to get a different type of reach from the initial, and then later on it's going to be published as a traditional video, and then you'll start getting some push. So off the initial, like us right now in this live stream, like we may have had 5 to 10 new people, maybe more, I don't know, that came in here, but that's not ultimately blowing up the channel to look at other things. It's more of this is just another piece of content like a traditional video that's going to push out and could potentially grow.
Yeah, for sure. I'm still digging here, so
Very good. Is there a good live stream length to aim for? I try for an hour, and when I stop, it seems to be at peak, but maybe I need to have more energy. No, I think an hour is great. I think 60 to 90 minutes is kind of like the good number, the best number, because yeah, I agree. Once you get after that 90 minutes, what we've noticed is like it's kind of around the same. I mean, right now we're just at an hour and a half, and we're at 19, so we're kind of going down a little bit, but not too much. But I wouldn't.
Did Willa hear
Yes!
me?
Yes, my dog. Hey, stop.
That's funny.
Dogs, but yeah. I don't think the length is really gonna matter that much, except for when like we're doing that 24-hour in hope that it does at some point 8 hours in get maybe some crazy push, just because it's so out there. But if you're doing like a daily one or once a week or whatever, I would just aim for that 60 to 90 minutes. You can edit a live stream into shorter videos. Absolutely. Yep. And that's what we do on Brand Creators. So my dad, he'll shoot his video with Chris, and they'll do, 60 to 90 minute, usually you're more 90 minute, I believe, live stream. And then they have subtopics already in it. So we take 2 to 3 clips from that. So besides just the live that gets published, then we get 2 or 3 videos extra that we post throughout the week. So it's less work on him to make any individual videos. Let's see.
You got any other ones? I'm looking through
a lot
this
of thanks.
right
Chris is in there. Chris doing a
go
great
ahead.
job.
What's that?
Said Chris is doing a great job.
Oh,
you're okay. So Chris said, and Chris helped me out because I think you're a little focused on your dashboard.
I am.
He said you guys are more like 90 to 120 minutes. Okay. So
all right.
Yeah, I do think though too. I think it depends on how far in you get with your point, and then also you have to open a time for questions, kind of like what we're doing now. So like we only had really one point to kind of talk about, which was the title with the 2 words. But after that, we kind of branched off into our other thing. Now, if you have a more structured one, like their Brand Creators one, they have like 2 or 3 subtopics that they're making a specific point about. After they go through all that, then they kind of open it up for any questions or anything else that they want to go into. And that's what can, make your live ultimately go a little bit longer.
Okay. Let me just jump in here real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a live stream that we did. It got, it looks like it's got 11,005 viewers, 14,300 unique. So these are returning and these are unique. And then if you look here, like, okay, so returning, there is a lot more, but there's still 466 new, right? And so as I go here, another 465, another 396, 252. Now, obviously, as the live stream is over with, like the first couple of days, like if we look at this since published, right? But if we go let me go first 24 hours. Okay. So this is the live stream. So it had 4,946 of returning and 466 new. So think about it. Even if you go live and you only pick up, in this case, 466 new, I'll take it. Right? Like that's 466 new that could be potentially added to your audience. Okay. So it's really important that you understand that. So if we go here, let's go to I'm just curious on the last 7 days, right? So this live was from August 16th. So it's over a week ago, right? So even this week, after it's all over with, it's still getting new people that are seeing it. Look there's 7 people there, 9 people there. 6, and then here we had a spike at 16, right? So this is a video that you would say, oh, I don't know, it's not worth doing a live stream because there wasn't a lot of people on it. But there was probably, I don't know, 180 people on this one maybe. But if we look at the last 28 days, like, look, see, like you're still getting new people. And I think that's the important thing, is to know that we're still reaching a new audience. So that's pretty cool. All right. Any other questions here, Scotty, before we wrap this baby up?
No, I think that was pretty much it.
Okay, cool. And guys, if you want the guide, we got her. And I think the thing that I like with this thing is the way that it's laid out. But this right here, we did the live stream on the 100K roadmap. This is the 10,000 foot view. Okay, this is the 10,000 foot view. Everything's laid out. We have the A over here. Let's see. How do I do this? Here we go. ARM. So we have the attention, we have relationship, and then we have the money. So everything kind of follows this kind of roadmap, and then everything in between, like even down to like us sending our weekly emails and building our email list. Like it's, I basically go through everything that we're doing here, giving even examples of what that is. And then here for the monetization piece, we talk about, like what that looks like and where the money can come from. Today, we added another one, though. I didn't even add it in here. Tip jar. And once I get that hooked up next week, maybe you guys could test it out and throw a little coin in there. And then we can see if it works. This week, Joe wanted to test it. It was broken.
Yeah, great. And you know what? I was so looking forward to, after this, going to Dunkin' Donuts and getting coffee, but I don't know if I can get it now.
No, we'll have to wait now until next week, until someone throws us a little coin. But yeah, so it's going to be fun though, guys. The marathon is going to be starting in about a week and a half, right? About a week and a half, 2 weeks? No, 2 weeks. About 2 weeks.
Start preparing now.
Start preparing.
Oh, and one thing with that, which I'm also excited about, is I'm going to be the week, I guess the week earlier. I was going to say, is prior before? See, English, I don't even know. Prior is before, correct?
Yeah.
Or is that after?
Prior to.
I don't know. Like, I'm confused right now.
Come on, man. You're in the educational system.
I'm in PE. Okay. those who can't teach gym. You guys know that reference. You can put it in the comments.
Chris confirmed what you said. Prior.
Okay. So I was thinking right. Okay. So
prior, that's why we're gonna have Chris there, so he can let us know.
Give us all the grammar and stuff. So prior to the live the marathon that we're doing, I am going to be that week of. I'm going to be doing some behind the scenes of everything going into this. And then we're going to be posting that video after the live. So this is everything of us sitting down and just honestly just a raw kind of like, talking about all the titles we're doing, all the thumbnails, the equipment, kind of like snippets of all things leading up to it. The night of, and talking about, getting to bed at whatever time, and some of our strategies we're going to be using to try to conquer this challenge. Any technical difficulties that happen beforehand, even stuff during it, I'll splice that in there. So the week after, we're going to post that, and I'm super excited about that. I think that's going to be kind of cool too, because it's kind of going to show our full journey of something we've never done before. I mean, you've never done this in this space, so this is crazy.
I got a little bit of bad news. So I looked at our schedule, and so some of you that don't know, my lake house is an Airbnb, and we picked a weekend that wasn't booked, so I blocked it. But that Friday, there's someone going to be leaving that day.
Well, I have work. It doesn't matter. I can't go nowhere.
Hey, but I'm picking Chris up at 11. We were going to go to the lake house and start getting ready, and we can't get in there until about 4 o'clock. So we're going to be a little behind.
That's part of it. That's part of the story.
We got to, you'll get me on the phone talking to the management company, like, hey, can we get them out quicker? It's all going to be good. I'm excited. This is going to be fun. It's a little scary, but it'll be fun. And we got to try to get the Giants game in the next day and stay awake for that. So
and watch them get smoked.
Oh, no. It's going to be a good year.
I'm just kidding. I love my G, man. I'll go to bat for Daniel Jones any day.
Yeah. Well, come on. I don't know about that. All right.
50 million.
Let's wrap this baby up. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with us. All of you OGs of this channel, because let me just tell you, we're going to look back a year from now and we'll be like, wow, remember when we had 28 people on or 35 people on, and now there's 100 people on or 150 people on? But we know that that's coming. And it's not that we are saying you have to do that in order to be successful, but we know that with growth, you expect those numbers to go up. And so I just want you guys to know we recognize you. We are appreciative of you. And we got some really cool stuff that we're going to share with you. And we're going to just keep sharing along the way. What happened, Scotty? We get a sale?
No. So on YouTube, sometimes your number, it'll tell you your estimated revenue. It'll go up and it won't show you though how much. So we got to kind of calculate it. But we had a big day.
Oh boy.
We had a big day.
Okay.
We had a.
Can you show the screen?
Yeah, hang on. We were at 73. We were at 73 before, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on. Let me present this thing. Look where we're at now. You ready for this?
Oh boy, drum roll, please. Wow, look at that. Now, you know why though, Scotty? I think because today's is in there, but it hasn't actually showed up on the day.
Yeah, it hasn't showed up yet, but that's a $17 day right there.
Woo!
$17 day.
Woo!
Way to end the stream. Way to end it.
Look at it. Right at the stream, baby. You guys saw it here first before I even seen it. Wow, look at that, baby. That's good stuff.
Yeah,
all right,
17
guys.
on the end of the stream. Like, how else do you end a stream?
$100 earned from, well, monetization. It took us 89 days to get there.
I might go get that coffee now.
That's a Chipotle bowl with coffee. Oh, Chris. We probably will be ordering some Chipotle too while we're up there. I love Chipotle. Dang, a Danish with the coffee. You ain't kidding. Oh, that's going to be good.
I can get a to-go wrap now.
yeah, there you go. But next week, we're going to have that tip jar fixed. So let's kind of get that thing in queue here. We can see what we can get out of that chip, that tip jar, that chip jar, so I can buy some chips, which I don't eat chips. I've been eating clean, man. Been dialed, except for that pizza night that we had the other night. Man, I'll tell you what, for anybody that does eat healthy, I eat healthy like 90% of the time. When you go off the rails, when I go off the rails, I go off the rails. Like I go hard off the rails. Love pizza. Don't have it much. But the other night we had pizza and I went to town. And the next day I felt like I was out drinking and I felt like I was in a fog. It was crazy. Anyway, yeah, I'm back. I'm back. All right. Let's and the hangover Sunday. Yes, it was the pizza hangover. Cool. Awesome. All right, guys, we got to run. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate each and every one of you. If you want a copy of this, once again, 100K, drop it in the comments. We'll make sure that you get a copy. And actually, let me pop that in there if it will go, and it won't. I don't know. I was going to pop it into the comments, but I can't. Yeah, there you go. Pop that in there. If you guys want a copy, let us know. All right, guys, that's it. That's going to wrap it up. Have an awesome day. We'll see you back here next week. And also, new video going up tomorrow. Scotty's got one coming up Saturday, already recorded. I'll have that uploaded, ready to go for Saturday. It's going to be a good one. It's all about creating the 4 buckets of content. It's in here, but I'm going to actually, it's in here, but I'm going to actually go through it with you in that video. Today's video was all about your titles, and I went through that in great detail. So make sure that you watch that video if you haven't done so already. All right, guys, that's it. It's going to wrap it up. As always, take care, take action. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.